there are several good tactic books to practice tactical themes, and websites. Actually, you can just go online to Google and type in chess tactics and find a number of pages where you can practice the different tactical themes, which I recommend. But the purpose of the Six Powers book is to show you how to find these tactics, and the 6 power moves are the precursors to tactics. So in this game, this is between Grandmasters Carries and Sazba. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. We see that, and Carries is white. He just moves pawn to h6. I want you to pause the video now and find checks in 1 and 2 moves. Okay, if you are an intermediate or upper intermediate player, you will probably find queen takes h6 here, preparing checkmate here. But if you're an advanced player and above, expert and master, you might want to get more out of this position and realize that this queen is defending this pawn. Remember, pieces are already doing something. You have to be hyper aware when you change their status. So when the queen takes this pawn, the queen can take this pawn now, and it will be defending this mating square. So you really haven't gained that much, and the queen will be attacking this rook, which is undefended. So Carries recognizes this and wants to get a little bit more out of this position. So I'd like you to, this also introduces power moves in 3, preparations for power moves in 3 moves, if you can't find them in 2. And those often lead to the really complex positional moves that you find in Grandmaster games. So pause the video now and look for a power move in 3 moves. And I'll help you out a little bit. Let's assume we're going to capture this pawn. So pause the video. Okay, always use pieces. I always say fight from where you're at, and realize that this pawn is here, and we can maybe use this square. So if you found queen to f4, you're on your way to becoming a grandmaster. This is the move that Carries made, and is preparing rook takes pawn, check, king takes, queen takes, and this checks the king. So look for, when you're setting up your attacks, look for moves that continue the power moves and the threats and the checks and the threats of checkmate. If you don't do that, it'll give your opponent time to regroup and find a defense or a good counterattack. Okay, so black sidesteps the check, but that doesn't stop Carries. He continues by taking rook takes pawn anyway. And now he's threatening mate here with the queen. Queen takes f7, checkmate. So the king is pretty much forced to take the rook. And now Carries continues with the check on f6. And the king moves out of the way. Now pause the video and find a preparation for power move number 1, check. By finding the preparation for a power move, you will also find the other tactics because they can be reduced. And also by knowing the standard mating patterns, you'll be able to set up positions where you can reduce them down to the basic mating patterns. And queen assisted by bishop here, if you've found a bishop to g6 threatening mate right here, this pawn is pinned. So we're utilizing check in 2 moves and a pin. And here black resigns because there really aren't any good moves for him here. The king moves here, the queen takes check, and then over here, and then it's checkmate.